Hello and welcome to Oils and Om. Today's class is going to feature no chaturangas. We are going to work through the hips and the hamstrings and get our heart rates up as well. So if you would like to start with oils like I am, I'm using Arise from the doTERRA Yoga Collection. And if you don't have any oils, it's okay. So we will start seated today, and I do recommend 2 blocks. So if you need to pause, go get 2 blocks. Have them towards the top of your mat as well. And if you have some oils, doesn't have to be Arise. I'm just going to start by inhaling, holding the breath, and then exhaling. 2 more, breathing in deeply. And you can do this even without oils and exhaling or just centering. And 1 final breath in. And exhaling. And just closing the eyes or soft gaze down. Sitting up nice and tall. Remember, you can always sit on a blanket, a block, a pillow. Relax those shoulders, kind of rolling them into your back pockets, pulling that belly button in. And then relax the jaw so there's a space in between the teeth. We're just going to scan the body from the top of the head to the tip of the toe and just check in. How are you feeling today? Emotionally, physically, energetically, without judgment. Allowing yourself to just be within the 4 corners of your mat. Taking this very precious time just for you. So if you have a lot on your mind, perhaps pretend opening a little drawer, putting all of that away, shutting the drawer. It'll be there when we're done with practice. And just switching your focus to your breath, how you're breathing in and out. And then just with each breath in, each breath out, starting to slow down your breath as much as you can. Breathing in through the nose and then soft exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Soft exhale through the mouth 1 more time. And then we'll just breathe in and out of the nose unless, if that's not comfortable for you, stuffy nose, and you're just going to breathe however works, okay? And anytime during the practice, if it gets too overwhelming, your thoughts become too much, trying to return just to focusing on the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And if the eyes are closed, just soft blink open. You can keep that gaze down, and we're just going to roll the shoulders up and back. Super big rolls. And remember, it doesn't matter which way you go, because we will go in both directions. Just super big, nice shoulder rolls. And then you'll just reverse the direction of those big shoulder rolls. And then wherever you are, just giving them a shake. Then we're going to inhale, bring those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale through the mouth and release. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now we're just going to start to circle the body. So I'm going to go towards that right side, towards the back, circle. And you can make this as big or as small as you want, as fast or as slow as you want. Just starting to let that energy have a little bit more movement around the hips, starting to send it through the spine. Breathing in and out as you circle. And we're gonna pause over here towards the right side and then just switch the direction of our circles. Feeling what's happening with those hip bones on the floor right here. Without judgment, we're just saying, how's those hips feeling? How's my spine feeling today? And I think we're gonna do one more in this direction here. And then we'll come to center. We're gonna take the right ear, relax those shoulders to the right shoulder. And my neck is always pretty tight. So this might be enough, or maybe a soft hand. So you don't want to yank, just a soft hand for a little more stretch. And keep trying to drop that opposite shoulder. So if it's raising up, can we release it down? And just breathing here. And then you're going to release that hand and then just look down. Trying to keep the opposite shoulder relaxed down as much as you can. And then you're just going to roll the chin towards the chest and then lift up. And we'll just go to the opposite way. And Luna's coming to say hello. And maybe the hand helps with the stretch. What you doing, sweetheart? And then release, and then you'll just turn to look down. And then we'll just roll that chin to the chest and come right back up. A couple shoulder rolls, whatever way feels best for you. And then hands will be on the knees if they're not there already. And as you inhale, you're going to kind of push your hips forward, open your heart, and then exhale, round backwards. So a seated cat-cow. Breathing in and opening up. Breathing out and rounding back. So you can be going a little faster or even slower than I am. I just want you to follow your breath. So when it's time to inhale, you'll open that heart forward. And when it's time to exhale, you'll round it back. Just a few more seated cat-cows. And one last one here. And then come up to sit nice and tall. Reach that right arm out and the left arm comes up and overhead as much as it feels comfortable. You can always put the hand on the shoulder if that feels better. The hand can stay on the knee as well, or you can lift up and over as much as feels comfortable. Trying to get a nice stretch from the hip to the fingertip. So if you feel like your hip's coming up a little bit, see if you can push that guy back down. Maybe looking up. And then lifting up, we're just going to go to the other side. Reach, and it might be feeling a little different from this side. So you just adjust, because that's okay. Maybe looking up, breathing in and out. What are you doing, sweetheart? You want to be on TV? And we're going to switch to tabletop. She's very interested today, aren't you? And as we set up in tabletop, so the wrists and the shoulders are stacked, the knees and the hips. The knees are 1 to 2 feet apart, so they're right underneath those shoulders. Spreading those fingertips nice and wide apart. Squeeze an acorn in between your shoulder blades, and then pull that belly up like something's going to poke you in the belly. Feel like you're going to suction cup those hands on the mat. So you're very active right here just in table. And then we're just going to shift forward and back, letting those wrists start to stretch out. You're just going to keep breathing so you can go faster, slower, as always. This is your practice. We're going to do one more time in this direction. And then we're going to turn the fingertips to face out. And then we'll just shift side to side. Feeling a little bit different of a stretch here. Notice if you've let go of your belly or your acorn. See if you can readjust. And then coming to center. And now the fingertips will face your knees. And if this is too much, you can always turn them back to face the front. And we'll do those rocks again, forward and backward. And then coming to center, so we're going to stay here for cat-cow, but again, if it feels weird, not good for you, just rotate those fingertips back forward. So we're going to drop the belly, open the heart through the upper arms and look up, and then tuck the tail, exhale, really dropping the crown of the head. Breathing in as you shine your heart forward, lift that tail. And exhale, super big round of the spine. Really drop that head, maybe shake it, no. We'll just do a couple more using your breath, your time. One final one here. Coming back to center, rotate those hands back forward if they're not there already. And let's do one cat-cow here together. Exhaling. And then come to a nice neutral spine. So we have the acorn in between our shoulder blades, lifting that belly. Take your elbows out to the side a little bit and then clip your wings in and lengthen and suction cup the hands. Tuck your toes under and then lift those hips to that upside down V downward dog and keep your knees super bent. Your feet are on railroad tracks, hip width apart. And then you're just going to walk your dog by dropping one heel, bending the opposite knee, and just switching. And you can come in and out of dog as you need. Shake that head. Those ears should kind of touch your biceps there. It's heart towards thighs, hips towards sky. Breathing in and out here. Just one more breath. And then bend those knees. And then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. And once we get there, keep those knees super bent. Drop the crown of the head, give it a shake. And then just hold your opposite elbows here in forward fold. Maybe you rock a little side to side. Just letting everything release here in the back body. Saying hello to those hamstrings a little bit more. And then we're going to drop the hands and roll up. Zipping up, so we're zipping through the legs, squeeze those thighs, squeeze into the belly, roll the shoulder blades into the back pockets, pull that navel in, lengthen the arms. We're here in our nice strong mountain pose. And we also feel like our legs are trying to pull our mat apart, engage, and then release and walk towards the top of your mat. So mountain pose. You can keep that nice parallel stance, or if you want to bring the big toes together, heels apart, you do what feels best for you, but we're going to zip it up again, engage those legs, or you're going to rip your mat apart, pull that navel in, shoulders, blades into the back pocket, spread the palms and find a focal point that's not moving, your drishti. Breathing here, we're going to breathe in. We're going to lift the arms in the frontal plane, so straight up, and maybe look up. Bring the hands together, bend at the knees, push the hips back, booty back, hands to thighs, shin, or the floor. Drop the crown of the head. Hands to thighs or shin. Inhale, lengthen to a nice flat back. Again, engage those legs, feel like you're going to pull that mat apart, pull that belly in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to bend those knees, drop the crown of the head. Maybe let the arms lengthen or hold on for support. And then we're going to roll up again. Roll up as we zip up back to our nice strong Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms up. Hands touch perhaps. Exhale, forward folding. Really push the booty back, bend the knees as much as you need. Hands to thighs or shin. Inhale, flat back. Engage those legs. Pull that belly up. Exhale and fold and release. And then we're zipping up as we roll it up. shoulder blades in the back pockets. Inhale, lift those arms up. Maybe look up, maybe hands touch. Exhale, forward folding. Drop the crown of the head. Inhale, flat back and engage. Exhale, forward folding. One more time, rolling up, zip it up. Roll everything back. Inhale, lift those arms up. Bring the hands together all the way to the heart. Breathe in and out. Moving on. So as we breathe in, we're just going to take those arms straight up, look up, exhale, forward fold. Bending those knees as much as you need to. You might want to bring your blocks here. Hands on the blocks. And I'm going to step back to downward facing dog. So it might feel weird to have them up on the blocks, but that'll all make sense, I promise. So knees bent as much as you need to. You're pressing your chest towards your thighs, hips towards the sky. Maybe you start to melt those heels down. Maybe you start to lengthen the legs. Remember, what matters is the long spine here. All right, so your right leg, I want you to take that right leg, step it towards the middle of your mat, and then step it back. And then we'll just do the other side, to the middle and to the back. Now, can we go a little bit higher? Stepping forward a little bit and back, and the other foot, stepping a little bit forward and back. So now what we're doing, look in between your hands. How far can we get that foot? And back. Opposite side, coming as far forward as we can, and back. Drop down to the knees, push back to child's pose. You can keep the hands on the blocks there. And remember, you can be doing this without blocks as well. And then we're going to come back up. So we're going to tuck the tail, come right back to downward facing dog. So what we want to do is get the feet up in between the hands. And sometimes we can take a step forward all the way, and sometimes we can't. It doesn't matter. So the right foot, you're going to lift up onto your tippy toes, lift your hips high, and then come forward a little bit, and then back. Now start to take the foot with you. Come forward a little bit, go back. Same foot. Can you come forward a little bit more? Now let's try the other side. So we're lifting up, lifting the hips, and then we're using the core to pull ourselves forward and back. One more time, can we get all the way forward? And then step the other foot, and then fold and relax. So you might, if this is good, awesome. You could have 2 blocks on each side to help you up. Blocks are just helping our anatomy. So roll up for me. So don't feel like, oh, I have to use blocks. You know, my arms are pretty short, so I find that blocks helps, especially as I'm building and strengthening as I'm stepping forward from downward facing dog. And that's tough. So we're going to breathe in, lift those arms up, hands touch. Exhale, folding. Remember, push booty back. Hands are going to come to the blocks, shin or thigh. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, hands to block or floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. We're going to do whatever foot you didn't step forward last time. You're going to do the opposite foot, and we're going to do 2 tries. So breathing in, lift the hips, bend the knees. Exhale, step it forward, and then bring it back. This time, getting as forward as far much as you can, and if you need to use a hand to help you out, that's okay. Back foot to meet front foot, and fold it down. Now we're going to reverse our forward fold. So first, come to your flat back, engage those legs like you're going to rip your mat apart, pull your belly button in. Bring your arms out like airplane wings, push down to lift you up, hands lift, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up, exhale, forward folding. Bend those knees, hands to thigh, shin or block. Inhale, flat back, bend the knees, and step it back, downward facing dog. So opposite foot, we're going to try it in one time. So we're going to lift the hips, bend the knees, that foot you're going with, look in between the hands, step it, use your hand as much as you need, back foot to front foot, and exhale, fold. And then inhale, you're going to lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine, push down to lift up, reversing that forward fold. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. So last time, other foot. Bend the knees, up into the tippy toes. Inhale. Exhale, stepping forward. Back foot to meet front foot. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Reverse that forward fold, so push down to lift up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. And just take a moment, close your eyes here, adjust your workout clothes. How are you feeling? Probably the heart rate is up, might start to feel a little sweat, and that is all what we want to feel. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. You're going to take your left foot to the back of the mat and then set that back knee down. So we're in a nice low lunge. So your blocks are here to support you. There's lots of different levels for you to try what works best for you. Okay? So we're just breathing here. And now we're going to start to shift your hips towards your back heel. So your booty goes back. You're starting to lengthen that top leg and then bend again. So starting to lengthen, I said starting to lengthen and then come back forward. Now maybe we want to start to lengthen a little bit more. Start to flex the foot and coming back. Now I want you to take whatever leg here is bent, because it's okay if you have the opposite one of me. Put your hand to your hip, and as you come back, you're pushing that hip straight back. So notice if it pops in or out, and see if we can keep it in alignment. Coming back forward. 2 more. So we're coming into half split, coming back to our low lunge. Last time. Half split, low lunge. So now we're going to take this knee to meet the other knee, and you might need to lift this arm up a little bit to do so, and that's okay. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, come to neutral, curl toes, and push to your downward facing dog. Now we're just going to walk the feet to meet the hands, and we're going to take little tiny steps to do so. And once you get to a certain point, you'll be like, I feel like maybe I can't go any further there. So I'm just going to lift my blocks up, give me some more space so I can come all the way to the top of my mat, adjust my blocks if I need to, and relax down. And then reverse your swan dive, that forward fold. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, hands to the heart center. So we're going to inhale, lift up, and exhale, and fold. Inhale, halfway up. So now we're doing the opposite side. So that way, if you were not on the same side, it's okay. So it's stepping back, knees coming down, and we're in our lunge, and we're just holding here, adjusting as we need so that nothing ever hurts. You might feel like, that's a stretch, but if it's ever like, then we need to come up out of the stretch. Listen to our bodies. And now we're just going to start to take the booty, push it back towards the heel, and then coming forward. So remember, we are kind of moving slowly into it. So we're not going all the way yet. Our hamstrings still probably aren't all the way warm. And now these last 2, maybe we start to really lengthen and bend. Flex the foot, bend. And push back. And then we're coming forward. So we're taking this knee. Remember, you might need to pop that little, I always just come off into my little fingertips like a little spider. And then knee to knee. I adjust so I'm in tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Tuck the tail, exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, curl your toes, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So you're going to be looking at your right foot. That right foot's going to step towards the front this time. So we're going to bend the knees, lift the hips. Inhale, on our exhale, push that leg forward, drop the back knee. Remember, use that arm if you need. And then push your hips back. Lengthen as much as it feels good. Coming forward, we're going to do this 2 more times. Pushing back, half split. Coming forward. One more time. Pushing back, half split. Now this time you can come to the tabletop, then down dog, or curl your back toe, lift your back knee, and then step back to downward dog. So table to down dog, or what we just did, whatever feels best for you. So other foot, bend the knees, hips go high, breathing in, exhale, stepping that foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. Inhaling, exhale, shifting back to you, where it feels good for you. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, shifting back. One more time. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, shifting back. So as we come forward, coming back to table or tuck the back toe, lift the back knee and push to downward facing dog. Breathe in, drop to your knees, push back child's pose. And I'm going to take my hands around towards my feet here. Give my shoulders a break. And then we're just going to curl back up, make our way back to our blocks. Remember, you can always also be using the floor. Curl the toes, back to down dog we go. So right foot, bend the knees, hips high, inhale, exhale, right foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. Now your foot is, going with the center of your mat here, and that's going to stay. Your back leg, you're going to pivot and make a little shelf. And then you're going to kind of rainbow up, and you're going to be in kind of this modified gate pose. And you can stay right here, okay? Or you can lengthen that top leg, but you got to turn your toes then so that you are kind of making a cross then with your mat, okay? And you're going to push your hips forward, so we're nice and in alignment, and you're going to reach your arm up and overhead. Remember, as comfortable as it is, you can always keep the hand towards your shoulder. Deep breath in, open your heart, and then we're going to lift up, arms are at a T. Now, this hand that's towards the back is going to come to meet your mat. Spider tip those fingers, reach up. You can stay here, or that top arm can lift up and overhead. Breathing in and out. And then you're going to use your core to lift up to that T. You're going to take your foot, you're going to bend it just like we started. And then you're going to, I call it just like a rainbow down, take that back foot, extend it. And we're back right where we started. Lift the back knee or come to table, pushing to down dog your way. And we're just going to repeat the opposite foot. So bend the knees, hips high. Step that foot forward, drop the back knee. So the front foot stays where it is, the back shin rotates, and we rainbow up. So we can stay here and do the same thing, or lengthen the leg, the toes turn to face me, reaching up and over, gate pose. Try to keep that heart forward, so if you've shifted down, maybe you need to come up a little bit. Careful of that knee joint always. And then we're coming to a T. We're reaching down towards the mat. Fingertips are like a little spider. And maybe reaching up and over. Breathing in and out. So I know this is a tricky transition where then we lift up. We turn the foot back. We're rainbow down, and we're at the same time taking our hips to face the mat, and the back foot returns to where we were. Coming to table to down dog, or lift the back knee to down dog. And you did awesome. So now we're going to put these two together, and we're going to start with the right foot. So bending the knees, hips high, breathe in, exhale, step that foot, drop the back knee. Breathe in, lifting up, exhale, push back, half split. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, half split. One more time. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, half split. This time that we come forward, we're going to take the shin, shift it, and then we're going to rainbow up, coming into our gate. Coming up and over. And now we're not going to touch the floor for long. We're going to stretch And we're gonna lift back up, coming up and over, and reverse. And stretch along. One more time, up and over. And this time we've stretched, and we're gonna try to do a beautiful little transition here. So we turn everything at once. And if you need more time, that's okay. It's all right. That's a tricky one. And we're coming to down dog our way. Opposite side, so bend the knees, lift the hips, breathe in, exhale, that foot's coming forward, drop the back knee. Breathe in, lifting up, exhale, half split. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last time, breathing in and breathing out. So here we go with our transition, coming forward. We kickstand, we open it up to gate. And then we reach up and over. And then we flow it towards the floor. Use those cores, lift up, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. To the back. Now we're going to transition. So as we come forward, we swivel, we lift, and we press to down dog. 1 breath here. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. And then walk your feet, taking your time towards your hands. Little steps. Bend those knees and fold. Shaking the head. And then you're going to take the blocks just off the mat, but keep them towards the front, and then rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. And then you'll just face me, and I'm going to face you, and we're going to step our feet super wide on our mat. We're going to take the right foot, and we're going to turn it so it's nice and parallel with our mat. And the back heel, I'm going to kind of push out a little bit, and so I'm stacking my shoulders and my hips here. Keeping your hands on your hips for me. Bend your top knee and then lift up. Now as you bend your top knee, this time look down, and your knee should be going towards your baby toe side. You can see your big toe. Lift up. Hips and shoulders stay like headlights towards me as you bend and straighten. And again, bend and straighten. This time we're going to bend, bring the hand to the thigh. We stay here. We can lift the arm to shoulder height, towards the ear, or even a little up and over into side angle. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to lift back up, arms to a T. So now we're in warrior 2. Lift up, turn both toes to face me, bring the hands back to the hips. So other side. So turning the toes parallel, the heel comes out, heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. Sorry, I should have said that on the other side. And you're turning your hips and your shoulders towards me. We just start with the bending of the knee and lifting up. Then we look down, bend the knee's going to the baby toe side. You can see your big toe and come up. Keep this right here for me. Bend and extend. This time we're going to bend, bring that hand to the thigh. We can stay right here. Hand to shoulder height, right to the ear, or maybe a little up and over. Whatever feels best in your body. Try to keep your shoulder, opposite shoulder, away from that ear. And then lift back up, arms to T, warrior 2. Lengthen your legs, and we're just going to switch. We're going to the other side. So hands to the hips, heel to arch alignment. Back heel a little bit out. Hips and shoulders towards me. Bend the knee. Let's look down. You can see your big toe. You're opening up. Arms to a T. Relax the shoulders. Warrior 2. Breathe in and out. Turn your gaze over your fingertips. Now, right elbow or right hand towards the knee. And then up with your arm variation for side angle. Beautiful. And we're going to come back to warrior 2. Flip your top palm and lean back. It's like a side bend. And let's flow that. So elbow to knee, reach, inhale, and exhale. So 1 breath per movement. Inhale. I guess it's 2, but it's a full cycle. Inhale, And exhale one more time. Inhale, dancing warrior flow. And exhale, you're gonna come to warrior two if you're strong. Lift up, parallel those legs. Hands to your hips. So we're switching sides. Parallel, heel to heel, or heel to arch. Your little back heels out. Hips and shoulders towards me. Arms out, coming down into warrior two. Look down, knee towards baby toe side. You can see your big toe. Breathing in and out. So hand or elbow towards the knee. Find where you'd like your arm to be. Side angle pose. Breathing. You're very strong. Come back up to warrior two. Flip your top arm and it's like a side bend back. Reversing your warrior. Now we're coming forward again. Side angle. And then reversing. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out. We're coming back to warrior two. You're strong. Hold, hold, hold. And then take those feet and just tick-tock them in and shake it out. And come towards the top of your mat. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and check in. Heart's beating fast, sweat on the skin. How's the mind doing? Readjust to be in the four corners of your mat. Release those arms down, zip up in your mountain pose. So we're zip, zip, zip. Pull the belly in, rotate, or put the shoulder blades into the back pockets, spread the fingertips. Find that focal point. Inhale, frontal plane, lift the arms up, look up, hands come to touch. Exhale, forward folding. Find your blocks if you'd like. Bend the knees, drop the crown of the head. Hands to blocks, shin or thighs. Inhale, flat back, engage those legs, pull the belly button up. And then bend the knees, and we're gonna take the left foot, step it back, and you can put the knee down onto the mat, or you can stay up, and with knee down or knee up, you push your hips towards the back. So inhale, coming forward into your lunge. Exhale, pushing back. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. As you come forward into your lunge, so knee up or knee down, you're going to pivot your shin or your back foot, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. So you're going to come into gate or warrior two. So either you're down in gate or you're here, whatever you'd like to do. And we're going to come forward into our side angle. And then inhale, exhale, reverse. We do that two more times. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, exhale, reverse. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. This is where we do that nice big little windmill down. Tabletop to dog or push back to dog. Breathing in and out. So if you're keeping the knee down, doing the gate, that's beautiful. Be where what works best with you. And we'll do this one more time on each side, okay? So be where you are. Lift the hips, bend the knees, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, left foot's coming forward. Drop the back knee or stay here. And then exhale, push it back. So inhale, coming forward. If you're staying up, we're exhaling, pushing back into extended pyramid. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. I think we do it one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. As we come to our lunge, we take that movement of the foot or the shin, we line it up, rainbow up to gate or to warrior two. Coming forward, inhale, exhale, all the way back. Inhale, exhale. Two more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale. So as we come back, now we are the big windmill forward to the transition. Make your way to downward facing dog and breathe. So one more time, each side with this flow. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knees, lift the hips, right foot, inhale, exhale, step it forward. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, shift it back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale, then we return to our lunge. We set up our transition and we lift that rainbow up. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, this becomes our transition. So we windmill, lift it up. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, lift up onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, breathe out. Step the foot forward. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, push it back. 2 more. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, push it back. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're returning to the lunge to transition. Rainbow up. Inhale. Exhale. Coming forward. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back. Breathe. 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more. Beautiful. Inhale. So this time we transition. Here we go. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath in for me. Big breath out. Come on to the tiptoes. Drop to the knees. Push back towards your child's pose. So whatever you'd like to do here. And we're just going to transition back to tabletop, blocks or no blocks, and downward facing dog. Okay, the right foot. I want you to look at your right foot and then outside of the right hand of the block. That's where that foot is going to go. So we're going to bend the knees, lift the hips, breathe in, exhale. The foot's coming to the outside edge of the block, and then we're going to drop to the back knee. This is lizard pose. So we can stay up, we can drop to our forearms on the blocks, whatever feels best for you. Hips are usually pretty tight, so be nice to yourself here in lizard. Breathing in and out. Two more breaths. So we're going to take the back knee, curl the back toe, lift up, and push ourselves back to down dog. Bend the knees, lift the hips. Exhale, we're going to bring the left foot to the outside of that block, drop the back knee. Now we're on lizard on the other side. And especially in the hips, really honor if one side's a little tighter than the other. Don't force the other side, just be where you are. And breathe here. One thing I have been forgetting to mention, I just thought about it. I have pretty flexible elbows, so like this is me fully locked out and it probably looks strange, and I need to be better at that. So if you're like, my elbows don't look like that, yeah, they shouldn't. But, you're doing great. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more. And then we're going to curl that back toe, lift up, push back to downward dog. And we're coming back to table. You're going to take the blocks off of the mat. Okay? Setting up here in table. Now we're going to put our elbows where our wrists just were. And our palms are face down. And it's like a goalpost. And you want to make sure you're not kind of turning those arms up to the side. You're nice in a parallel alignment. And you could stay right here. Okay? Pull that belly button in and up. And step 1 foot back. You can stay there and switch feet as you want, or both, and you're going to drop that belly down. So you don't want to be up too high, down too low. We're nice in alignment. You're pushing into your elbows like they're your feet too. And you're pushing back into your heels, pulling that belly button up. Breathing in and out one more time. Breathing in and out. Now you're going to drop your knees lower down onto your hips. You're going to feel your heart come in between your arms. Your feet are hip width apart. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. Squeeze your thighs so your knees lift, but relax your glutes. Push the hips down, Sphinx pose. Try to roll your shoulder blades into your back pocket. Can you bring them into a big pie slice? Breathe in and out. Now from here, we're going to try to push back up to that forearm plank. So I'm going to just curl my toes, lift to knees, or lift all the way up. And hold and breathe. For 4. For 3. For 2. And we're going back into Sphinx pose. Drop the knees. Alignment with the feet. Shoelaces down. Squeeze the thighs. Release the glutes. Open, open, open your heart. And then relax all the way down. And we're going to do a big push to child's pose. 3 breaths here. Uncurl through the spine, and then we're just going to come to a seated posture. Keeping the knees bent, heels and the feet flat on the floor. Sitting up nice and tall for me. So it's almost like I got a little hair on your head and I'm lifting you up super tall. Pull that belly button in, and then as you breathe out, it's like you're going to go back in your own recliner. But you're keeping your feet down, hands are just softly on the knees or underneath the knees. Actually, let's go underneath the knees here. Breathe in, now breathe out, lift back up straight. Keep everything breathing in, breathe out, nice flat back recliner. And then coming up, inhale and exhale. Now lift one leg, keep it here, and then push yourself back into your recliner. Breathe in, breathe out, come forward. So opposite leg, lifting, breathe in, breathe out, recliner, nice flat back. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. So we're going to do 2 more. So you can do one leg at a time, or we can do both legs in this kind of a thing together. So as we lean back into our recliner, we lift the legs up into Navasana, boat pose. Squeeze a $100 bill in between your thighs if that feels comfortable for you for a little spice. Not necessary. And then we come forward. Breathe in. One more time. Breathe out, either opposite leg or lifting up, Navasana. Breathe in and breathe out. You're doing awesome. And then you're going to open your legs, your knees like a book. Let your spine fold forward to a nice butterfly here. Breathe in and out. And then uncurl through the spine, coming up. Bring those feet back, knees back together like a book. I'm just going to shift a little forward so we can go down onto our mats. But before you do, figure 4. So we're going to do this laying down, but if I was doing this right here, I would be taking, like I'm sitting. So I'm just taking my knee, my ankle to my knee and opening it up, okay? Now we can go ahead and lay all the way back if you're not there already. And we're going to take that right leg and just lift it up into the air. Bend that knee as much as you need to. Circle out your ankle. Point and flex. Now we're going to flex. Hold that flex. That ankle's coming to the knee and open that knee up. So this is just a reclined figure 4. And you can stay right here. This is perfect. Okay? Now your elbow, not your elbow, your knee and your ankle are now fused together. Okay? So what one does, the other has to do. So I'm going to lift my bottom leg up off of the floor so my ankle and my knee stay fused, and it's like I'm pulling my thigh in towards my chest, and I can hold on gently. So I've just made this stretch a little bit more intense, and I can stay here. I can lace my fingers underneath the thigh or the shin, and whatever works best for you is where I want you to go. You can try little circles as we hold figure 4, little rocks back and forth, or stillness, whatever feels best. And if you've lifted up, you're going to return that foot back to the mat, and we're going to stay here. Now, this foot that's on top is going to go towards the floor, so you got to twist your body to drop that, and now we open up our arms like a T and a twist. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can just twist your body to the side in any way comfortable. You can skip it all together. You can stay in figure 4. So you got to choose your own adventure here. And on your next breath out, you're just going to lift it back to center and then drop that foot down. Now your left leg comes up into the air, knees bent, rolling out that ankle, some points and some flexes. Then we flex the foot, ankle to the knee, open up the knee. Okay, we stay here, we think, how am I feeling? And we want to honor from side to side. So remember, ankle, knee fused. If you're going to lift up, we keep together. Remember to support yourself. You can lace, and you're going to breathe. Maybe some circles, maybe some rocks, maybe stillness. It's your practice. So I just get to tell you what you could do, and you get to pick what you want to do. I probably do say maybe too much, but if you ever watched American Dad, maybe is one of my favorite things. So, all right. So if that foot is up, you're going to drop it down. So that foot that's in the air, we're going to bring it towards the floor in our little tiny twist, arms open to the T, or remember, stay in figure 4 or find a little twist that works best for you. And then we're coming back to center. We're releasing that foot down. Now, 5 breaths to do anything that you need to finish out your practice. So it could be a happy baby, it could just be a knees to chest, it could be another type of hip stretch or an inversion. And we're going to just take 5 breaths here to close out our practice. And here's breath 4. And breath 3. And breath 2. And breath 1. And then you'll release out of whatever pose that you're in. And you're going to extend your legs long on your mat, bringing your arms out, coming into Shavasana. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Release the teeth so there's a space in between. Close the eyes or soft gaze. And now it's just like you're going to take a little key and flip your brain off and try just to be for 5 breaths. Then bend your knees so that the feet come to the floor. Extend your right arm over top the head if that feels okay, but if not, you can skip it. And you're just going to roll to your right side. And if you can, connect your forehead down to the floor. And then push yourself up, take your time, and you're coming to a seated posture. And if you would like some oils to close out your practice, you can, but again, it's not mandatory. And we'll take 3 breaths together no matter what. So here we go. Hold and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And hands come to the heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking time just for you. And I thank you for practicing with me today. Metta, my friends.